All right, so we're putting the lower engine mounts on. As you can see, these are the upgraded Torque Solutions ones. Basically, all you have to do, it's a lot easier with the engine out, but we have done it to our old 14 STI. Drop a picture of that here. We have done it to the old 14 STI with the engine still in the car. Really not fun. But with this one, it was a little bit more challenging. So figured might as well just do them while we're pulling the motor. But yeah, so now we're just gonna put these back on.
And suck them down with an impact.
Yeah, and make sure they're all torque to spec. I mean, they're not very much torque. I think it's probably like, if I remember, I'm going off of memory here, but I think it's like 60 to 80, somewhere in there. Because the engine just sits on these. It's not like they're holding it back from moving that much. But that being said, we're gonna get these on and catch you up later. All right, so we just put the lower engine mounts on. Again, these are very low torque settings. So the 2 bolts under, which would be these 2, what's that, a T2, so that was only 31 foot-pounds. And then the steel bracket that goes to the engine was only 25.8, so we just did 26.
We gotta put this in first.
But yeah, so now we're gonna finish up the oil pump, or oil pan, sorry. We're gonna finish doing the oil pan here, where we gotta take put the dipstick back in so I can see how much oil I lose.
See how much oil it eats.
Yeah. But yeah, this new oil pan is pretty nice. I mean, look at that thing. It looks pretty cool. And it's got active baffles, which just means that like there's rubber pieces inside that like when oil sloshes to one side, it lets it go towards that side, but not go away from that side. Like it doesn't overflow one side. It is nice. And this is one of the things that a lot of people should do to a Subaru, because if they get unhappy with oil, they go boom. So, yeah. But yeah, so then after that, we already did the pickup, the pan, and then we also did the 11mm oil pump. So that's all in and ready to go. The only thing left right now is the timing and then the secondary air pump delete, but I don't even have the 2 brackets for the air pump delete. It's literally just 2 metal brackets that you plop on there and when you take it out to plug up each side of the secondary air pump. But yeah, after this, it's just timing, and then it's gonna be a pain, but yeah, we might put up a time lapse of us doing that. But if not, we'll just cut straight to when it's done. All right, so we got the timing belt fully on here. It was pretty difficult, but just not difficult, but tedious. It was just a lot of like little precision things that this guy can't really do. Well, it is. Basically, what you have to do is you line over here on this would be the passenger side. You line up this white line with the little gash right here in the cover. And then same thing over here, there's like this white line with a little gash in the cover, and then it should line up these green lines. And then that means that this side's done. And then once you do that, you come over here. Well, first you put the automatic tensioner on, and then you wrap the belt through, leaving this little pulley or tensioner off. And then you use tools to spin this bottom gear counterclockwise, and then the top one clockwise. And it should be the same thing, white line to the gash, white line to the gash on the side, and then green lines. And then after that, make sure the belt's tight and lines up with the white line, white line, white line to white line. And then in the middle here, there's this oil pump gear has to be in the middle, aligned with a gash on the mount right here. And there's a dotted line on the belt right under this plate. And same thing, white line to white line on the belt, white line to white line on the belt. Then you put this in, the tensioner in, and you pull the pin on this automatic tensioner and it will do its thing. And then you have to do, what is this? It's 0.039 for tolerance on the guides. So you make sure that you get that all good on all of the guides. So there's one here, one up here, one down on the bottom on both sides, but there's not one up here. So basically you just use that, and it's really tedious and it's annoying because if it's even a little bit off, especially like around the curves, it's just annoying to like measure, but it took some time, but we did it. And now we're just gonna put the timing belt cover back on, and then that will conclude this edition of Putting on Parts. Got a couple more things we're gonna do here in the future, and then all the other parts I listed off earlier that I'm gonna do, but for now, I think that's pretty much everything I have except for clutch and flywheel. So, but next video, we're taking apart the back and making it just stripped out. Seatbelts, mounts, everything I already listed before. And then we're gonna make that bracket for the sub, so. Yep, so yeah, we're gonna do a bit of welding and a bit of tear down on the next video. But all right, thanks.